Happy Monday, here with another card reading. How is everyone? Got wavy hair today. So this is like this is my natural hair. I did some like structured waves in the front a little bit, but my hair is like naturally wavy. And guys, it is like really frizzy over here. I thought like I was leaving that humid Miami life to some better hair days. No, it is like a weird humid here. It's like coldish, like wet, cold, and still humid. So I could really use any tips. Like if anybody is in a humid area and has done something to their hair, treatments, I'm super open to it. So I would super appreciate it if you have any tips for me. I have like thin-ish and just frizzy hair. And of course, now that I highlighted it blonde, it's just we're having a hard time here, guys, trying to figure it out. So send me the products and the ideas. I love it. Also, what I wanted to tell you, we have Soul Mentor readings for sale, you guys. Getting readings before the new year is such a good idea. Like it just can help you look ahead. So you can book a reading now and maybe even just like look at the calendar now and book for November or December because those are the busiest months for readings actually. And get your spot so that you can kind of get a little bit of a blueprint for the next year just to have an idea of maybe what you want to work on. It's funny, I was just listening to a reading from Christine, who's one of our mentors. She does these like business quarterly meeting readings for me. She sends me voice notes and we're at the last quarter and she sent it to me a little bit like a month ago or so, but it helps me go like, okay, like in October this is what I'm going to do, and it just helps me go with the energy that I'm already feeling, but also with what she saw as well. Like I can bring those two things together. So I highly recommend it. It's a good time to book. They're gonna get busy in November, so just go to nikkinova.com. You can go to the reading section and book with one of our soul mentors. We have somebody for everybody, so enjoy. Okay, we are using the Work Your Light deck, which I know a lot of you like. And just take a minute to, ask yourself that question. We're in the beginning of October, getting to that end of the year vibes. Just tap into your heart and just go ahead and bring your question forward, okay? All right. I already kind of centered myself and prayed for myself, praying for you guys that you receive the message you need to receive. And may I be a vessel for that. Card number 1. Ooh, okay. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. All right. Funny. So this is a little bit about, so if you notice, she's just taking some time to go within, obviously within nature. There's a lot of meanings around this one, but the first thing that's coming up for me is, okay, it's been like a crazy, we've been running all year and doing the whole thing, and now we're moving into this space of going inward and really deciding, like, in many ways this year might have been like a year of experimentation or doing things that were different than what you've done before. And now you've lived that life and it's like we're getting ready to kind of plan a little bit more out in advance, where before because of COVID and all that, we haven't been able to like look too much into the future because it's been so unsettling. But it looks like we're getting to that place where we can start setting like longer term goals, and now is a good time to like receive the information. I have like goosebumps everywhere, but it just seems like the guides that work with you, they want to give you that information and help you set up for the next few years. So taking some time in your schedule to, and maybe not just once, maybe it's like the next 3 months or so, to really just start downloading where you want to go long term. Like what does next year look like and beyond, and what are like my priorities and the things I really want in life, to start getting that information, support from any sort of like spiritual guide that can support you, right? Which is funny because I was talking about the readings before. So that's one meaning of this one. The other meaning here is to get like all those ideas that have been like floating around, and that maybe they've been hitting you all year or the last few months, and maybe you're getting like little tastes of things, and this feels to me like getting all that information, putting it on paper, and actually creating like a plan. So it feels a little bit of like taking all that inspiration, all those big ideas, and putting them into the ground. Like, how can they work on earth? How can they work physically? Anything that has been in your head, how can I bring them into physical manifestation? And that's really like anything that you're asking about. That's like what it's missing. It's like that's the question. Like, okay, great. Like it's gonna pan, but what can I do to help it bring into physical manifestation? Is the way that I see it. And sorry, my son is watching YouTube. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yes. Yes, Gordy.
Like,
Baba.
trees, like,
I know.
grow items.
I know, my love. Can you close the door, Baba, for me so I can finish here? He's watching something he should not be watching. But it's okay, just so we can get this done. So anyways, get grounded. Really like move past that like sensitive kind of grabbing everything from the air and move it into your body, into the physical, into your physical. So even if that means like this is also kind of an upgrade of the body. So for us that are sensitive and like highly empathetic, we're always at this place where we have to move beyond our body. So sometimes it's like you want to do this thing, and as you get started to do the thing, your body starts like going against you. Your body's like, no, I'm in so much pain, or this is so stressful, or I'm so scared. And it's really like your body being so sensitive is getting in the way of like what your spirit and what your soul like really wants to accomplish, what it really wants to do. So we have to move to the next energetic category to move into into the future. So this requires a lot of body upgrade. You can get like healings are great for that. So we have Zena and Rachel who do healings. But if you have anybody like locally in person, body work, anybody, a chiropractor, Reiki healer, all that kind of stuff to just help your system, your body get used to like a new level of discomfort and letting yourself get used to even feeling that way, but still doing the thing, even though your body might be causing you to want to stop, moving through it. So it's not a push. It's because you don't want to like push through those feelings, but you want to like upgrade into those feelings. It's going to require like a mind, body, soul upgrade. Even the mind has to, see things differently. The body has to like be okay, all that kind of stuff. So your body is going to help you move into this next direction and get yourself support. I feel support all over this card. You guys get like help, get support. You don't have to do it by yourself. Okay. All right. Card number 2. Oh my gosh, now he's screaming. He comes to like show me what he did, like what he's watching, and like he wants to tell me these stories of like what he's watching, and he thinks they're so cool, and I have no idea what he's talking about. So we really need to get him into school. All right, card number 2. I knew this card was going to come. All right, the initiation, rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. All right, always a scary card. But this card means that in order to get to where you see yourself going and where you want to go, there's going to be some hard conversations, some hard realizations, hard decisions, really, to get to this place, because the version of you that gets to, like, you see how like it's really pretty over here, but this is all dark. Like the version of you that exists in that really pretty future place that you've been seeing for yourself, she's a different version of you, or he's a different version of you. It's an upgraded version of you. So the way you've been choosing or going about things, if you continue that way, it's not going to take you to that next level. It's just math, right? Like you have to make these harder choices, bigger decisions to be able to get yourself there. So that's like the first thing. So you really, on a practical level, that's like kind of looking at where you want to go, and then honestly asking yourself, and I feel like we got a message of this last week, like honestly asking yourself, like it's not action, it's like your way of being. It's for instance, like if you say yes to everything and there's not time for that anymore, like that's what's causing you to not move to the next level. So there has to be like an honest inventory of the way you're being, like, and it might be beautiful, like it's not like a bad way of being, it's just that it's expiring, like this doesn't work for you anymore, and it's not going to bring you to that next place. So you have to take some inventory on that. It also seems like some people are going to be left behind, or they're going to ask, or they're going to have to upgrade with you. So this feels relationship based also. So you're going to have to kind of like be honest about what you need going forward and where you're trying to go. And 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 it doesn't feel, it feels like a conversation that is about you. It's not necessarily about like the partnership. It's like, it's like a boundaries conversation, like this is where I'm going, do you want to come with me or not? So it's scary because you may lose some people, you may like lose some relationships, but you may also have these elevated relationships that are coming and like ready to go with you into this place. So that's really beautiful too. There's a snake here that's like really, it's like very prevalent, like easy to see. I always see like snakes as a divine feminine. So it feels like where you're moving into is that this queen position, which is really beautiful. So if you're asking like a future question, I mean, the answer is like you're moving into an up level, which is, and also if you're asking a question of like, why is it so hard right now? You're moving into an up level is the answer also. And you're moving into this place of like queen and leadership, and just, I just see it a place of like more balance where you're getting what you need, and your energy is like balanced, like where you're not like over giving or not getting enough, or it's like almost like Cinderella moving into queen is the way that I see this card right now. And yeah, and like it might not be super easy because initiations are like never fun, and they can be a little hard. So be soft with yourself and just make the changes that need to be made in order to move into this next place. It doesn't feel too far either. It doesn't, this doesn't feel like a long initiation. Like this feels like I just need to get my ducks in a row, and that's it. It's like, and then I get over this hard thing, and that's it. So it's not as painful as you think. Okay, cool. All right, well, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for being with me. See you the rest of the week.